Every month, we pick one lucky commenter and subscriber from all of our unboxings, and they win a £100 OnTableTop gift card. And remember to click that little bell, because that really helps us out.
Hi everybody, it's Justin from OnTableTop. I am joined by John, and today we're having a look at some Flames of War. You've got some Germans, John.
We have a German Panzer Kampfgruppe.
Kampfgruppe.
I think I'm getting it right. You can tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. So this box contains 12 tanks and 2 guns.
Ooh.
So it's a nice meaty box to get some real heavy armour onto the table.
Now, Kampfgruppe, is that not just Battle Company?
Battle Group.
Battle Group? Yeah,
Battle Group.
Then how would that say it was tanks?
It's just because it sounds amazing.
Infantry Kampfgruppe would be...
I don't care. I don't care. I'm more interested in the tanks.
All right.
So in the box you are getting 2 Pumas, 3 Panzer IVs,
Nice.
5 Panthers,
Nice.
2 Tiger 1s, and 2 88 field guns.
Ooh.
Which
All right,
is
well,
really
we'll
nice.
crack it open. Let's see what's in the box, as they say.
Well,
Oh, it's all nicely...
it's a good move from Battlefront though, finally bagging all these sprues up, because it used to be a little bit of a problem.
But see, I'd say this probably helps them even just in storage, because they can have this all pre-bagged.
Yep.
Yeah. Don't need that.
Okay.
Right, I'm just going to start grabbing some stuffs.
Okay. So
first things first, we have some metal infantry.
well, they are the gun crews for your 88s.
So,
So I think you can put about 4 to 5 of them on per base, and they're all right. You know, they're standard Battlefront little metal guys.
Yeah.
So
yeah, this one holding a rather large idiot shell.
yes.
All right, well, now, something they've done with this, which I quite like, is they've kind of color-coded the sprues a little bit, so they're slightly different colors. So
He says that and then realizes that the Puma is the same color as everything else.
So these are all the same.
Yep.
And these are all the same, so I'm guessing... Okay, I'm guessing this will make a Puma,
Yes.
and this will make another Puma.
Yes, it will.
So, let's have a look at it. So, what have we got on here? So, we've got gun mantlet, because I'm guessing you have the different variants of the Puma you can build.
You have the options. You have all the options of the standard plastic kit, which means turning it into the different variants of the armored car.
Yeah, so you've got... What is that?
That's the Pack 40 that's mounted on behind that gun shield you just looked at.
Ah, I see. Yeah, and then you've got the hull, which you can build in the open or closed variant then.
Yeah. So the hull, the entire hull is the same, but the main points are changing these out.
Yeah.
So one will take a turret and one will be open topped for certain other things.
I see. Well, you've got 3 of those, so I'm guessing this is all for the open top.
Yeah.
And then this is
No,
for the closed turret.
No.
And
That's the closed hull top. That fits over this piece down here if you slide up.
Ah, okay.
So that fills that void.
To then take
To then take a turret, yeah.
Okay, now I underdig. We've got spare tire, we've got a couple of turret pegs, a couple of, what?
MG34s probably.
34s, yeah. You've got some jerry cans there, and then we've got the other variant here, which is a turret, but this has an anti-air capacity, isn't it?
Well, it's got a 20mm and a coax machine gun. It's kind of not very good at anti-air, but you know, it's a 20mm.
And you've got your lower hull, your bumper,
and your wheels.
Yeah, all the wheels, all 8 of them.
And you also get the biggest gun mounted on this chassis, which is this.
Ah.
Which is, well, no, actually, it's a short 75. Sorry, it's the howitzer version of the Pack 40.
Ah,
it's the one
I get you.
The one that chucks high explosive at people.
You know, burning death goodness.
Yep. Moving on.
Moving swiftly on. So, how many Panzer IVs were we meant to get?
3.
3, so that'll be these. So, Panzer 3 on
4.
here. Oh, sorry. 3 Panzer IVs. You've got top of your hull.
Yep.
You've got your cupolas open and closed for your commander. You've got, what is this?
That's the hull machine gun.
Yep. You've got your exhaust. You've got part of the gun mantlet.
Yep.
You've got your 2 tracks. You've got a couple of different types of shirts in. So clean and sort of mismatched.
Clean and janky.
Yeah. You've then got a couple of bars here that are going to go on.
Yeah, they are the mounting points for the shirts.
Yep. You have spare track. You have turret sides.
Yep. Shirts for the turret, yeah.
You've got your gun here. Your lower hull here. Top of your turret, bottom of your turret, and a couple more bits of the hull there.
Yeah, front and back hull.
Yep. Super simple kits. These are really good if you're just getting into this game.
Yep.
Because these are kits that are not going to frustrate you.
He says.
I have never... Hang on. I remember when we did the boot camp.
Yeah, okay.
I started an hour after everybody else building my stuff, and I had it finished 2 hours before anyone else. Just for build speed.
Fair enough.
Now, I wasn't cleaning mold lines or nothing, so that's me.
Fair enough.
All right, Tigers.
Tigers.
There you go.
Two of there.
Yes. So we have the track with that big, heavy-duty track with the overlapping wheels that just make engineers cry.
Yes.
We've got the rear of the tank.
Yep.
With that, again, big iconic exhaust here.
Mm-hmm.
You've got your gun mantlet. You've got lower front of the hull.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the top flat slab.
Yes.
You've then got the Well, then you've got what I would consider the glacis plate. Then is the actual bit where the driver looks out with the hull-mounted machine gun. You've got the two side panels, and I like the way they do this. That they mold these separately because then they can get better detail on that.
Yeah.
You've then got your turret itself. It's all got Zimmerit on it.
Mm-hmm.
You then go to the other part of it. So you have the big 88 gun.
Mm-hmm.
You have some side skirts here, lower hull, some janky side skirts, I'm guessing.
Janky side skirts.
Yep. You've got
The bucket.
The bucket.
Yeah.
Is there a reason it's called the bucket?
Very important. Every German tank had one.
All right. Jerry can, turret peg, top of the hull, bottom of the turret, spare track, cupolas, back stowage box, and I think that's it.
More spare track and
More
so
spare
on.
track. Yes. Again, really nice kits, and these things are deadly.
Yeah, really are.
Right. We then come to the mounting or the
gun.
The gun. Yes. So on this, we have a couple of shells.
Mm-hmm.
We have a bit of the optics and the traverse.
That's actually one side of the gun mount.
Okay. Here, ammo storage.
Ammo storage, yeah.
We have the main base.
Mm-hmm.
We have the other side of the gun mount. Main
gun shield.
Gun shield. Yep. You have a rest.
Mm-hmm.
You have a couple of spent shells.
Yep.
You have
two more legs.
Two more legs for the base. Okay.
And
then the gun itself, which is huge.
It is.
These were some of the scariest weapons in World War II.
Yeah. The Germans really knew how to build an anti-aircraft gun so effective that it was an anti-tank gun.
Yeah. So. And then we get 5 Panthers.
Yes.
Which actually have the option to build them as their tank destroyer variant.
Yep, the Jag Panther.
Which is quite nice. So you've got the top of the hull for it. You've got a couple of bits of the turret for the Panther. You've got gun cleaning kit.
Yep.
Yeah, learning.
You're learning.
Yeah. A couple of small components here. I have no idea what they are. Have I stumped you?
I had.
Yeah, swiftly along.
Yeah.
You've got the turret peg, hull-mounted machine gun, back of the tank with its exhaust, and this component is?
That is the gun mount for the Jag Panther.
Ah, I see.
If you flip the sprue over.
I understand now.
Yeah.
All right. We then have top of a regular Panther, bottom of the hull, some of the side skirts. We have spare track, gun mantlet, and gun mount.
Yep.
And then this is what confused me. This has 2 sprues.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the track. We then move across to here where you've got the super complicated exhaust. Hang on, did this thing not go on fire the first time because its exhaust was bad?
Someone hadn't designed it properly the first time out.
Yeah.
Happens a lot.
Yeah. We then have cupola, these components.
Spare wheel.
Spare wheels. You then got fenders, one with a night light or a convoy light and one without, I'm guessing.
Yep.
After that, you've got more side skirt, 2 different guns. I'm guessing one is for...
One's the Jag Panther's 88 and the other one's the Panther 75.
Yep. Down the bottom, you've got a couple more hull-mounted machine guns. They are delicate, and it's nice to see some spares on there.
Yep.
And then we have a little box here.
Little stowage box.
Yep.
For back of Panther.
Yes. And then we get some crew, because it's always nice to get some crew in there, because sometimes it is nice to actually denote your commander with a guy poking his head out the top.
Yeah, particularly your platoon command and stuff like that.
Yes. Now, we have built versions of each of these.
We do.
If I don't throw crew at you. Here, crew!
Stop throwing stuff at me. Right, what do you want to look at first?
Let's go with the Puma.
Okay.
Because it's such a cute little vehicle.
Yeah.
You know, there is just something really charming about the looks of this vehicle. Now, this is just built with the standard sort of little turret on it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I like it. And the detail looks really good. It's nice and razor sharp, especially for something that's 15 mil.
Yeah.
Next.
Your
choice.
Panzer IV.
Panzer IV. Now, this was something the Germans did, which was very clever with the Schürzen, because it actually gave it the silhouette, kinda, of a tiger.
At a distance, a lot of Allied tank crew did confuse this thing for a tiger because they thought every German tank was a tiger.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where the whole tiger phobia came from.
Yeah. But again, nice. I like the fact that it's got the janky panels on. Me personally, I would put a janky and a normal on it.
Well, If it's good, if they're going to be janky on one side, they're going to be janky on both.
I don't know. I'd kind of make it look like one side has ran through a hedge, the other got missed. Because these were just hung on, weren't they?
Yeah, they're just suspended on. Yeah.
Yeah, which is why you get some of them. They'll sit out of place like that.
I can kind of see where you're going from.
Yeah.
Yep.
The gun.
Gun.
The German 88 anti-aircraft gun, famously used by Rommel.
And on its base,
Yes.
it looks like a very charming little diorama all on its own.
Yeah.
Seeing the crew doing stuff and the way I laid out the spent cases and the ammunition and stuff for it.
Yeah, I like the way you've got a couple of ready rounds, and it is just the story progresses. So you've got your ready round being passed across,
In the gun, fired, and then chucked out to the side.
and the one guy's looking forward, going, "Did we hit them?"
Yeah, over there. They're over there, guys.
Aye, but no, lovely kit, and I'm guessing how long does this take to put together, John?
About 15 minutes or so.
That's not bad.
Not bad. Choice of big cat?
Yes, of course. Has to be the Panther.
It's swiftly becoming your favorite vehicle, I think.
Well, I don't know. I still love the Merkava, but that's a story for another day. Me personally, out of all of the German tanks, the Panther is the one that really just jumps out at me and goes, if Germany could have made enough of these, it would have been a different story.
Yeah, I can sort of see where you're coming from on that.
Well, if you think it's the first real incarnation of what we would consider today as a main battle tank.
Controversial words. Ooh.
It's the first tank I've seen that I would consider a main battle tank.
A lot of people would say that Centurion, like I remember seeing an interview where someone said, isn't Centurion the first main battle tank? And someone said, well, Panther would argue with you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let's be honest. It's broken away from the idea of being a heavy tank, being a medium tank. It's sort of a blend of the two. And it can sort of do the roles of both.
It's even like the Allies called it a heavy tank when they looked at Panther. They called it a heavy tank. But they were basing it on a different thing than the Germans were basing it on.
Of course.
The Germans call it a medium tank because it was going to perform the duties of essentially what the Panzer IV was doing. It was going to be infantry support and attack support.
Yeah.
Whereas Germans consider a heavy tank to be a breakthrough tank.
Yeah.
Like Tiger. Tiger's meant to be a breakthrough tank.
Yeah.
Where the Allies figure out the classification of their tank based on its weight.
See.
So Sherman is an M4 medium, it's 30 odd tons, it's a medium tank. Anything smaller than that's going to be a light tank. Anything heavier than that's going to be a heavy tank.
Gotcha. Again, it's something, we were watching a documentary recently where they were talking about T-34 for Russia. Now, for the Panther, I can see there's still some design ideas, let's be honest here. But the idea and the concept that each of the nations have, that they need separate tanks for separate jobs, whereas Russia, they kind of had T-34. Yeah, they had the KVs, but T-34 was that idea of it's good enough to even take out the heavier stuff on the opponent's side.
I would argue that T-34 was moving towards the step of becoming a main battle tank.
Yes.
But what they called it at the time was universal tank, and they were probably one of the first nations to declare it a universal tank or create it as one. Yeah. Because everybody else did that concept of different tanks.
I have an infantry tank, I have a breakthrough tank, I have my heavy tank, all of this. Right, Tiger.
Everybody knows and loves a Tiger.
That silhouette, you can't mistake it.
No.
Unless you're a GI in World War II.
It's been ingrained into everybody since World War II that this is the silhouette of fear.
Yes, this.
When you see this, you do not want to mess with it.
Well, I mean, like, how many times have you looked at tanks and went, it doesn't really look like a tank because it doesn't look like Tiger or something that came after Tiger. This is that first tank that had that super iconic turrets in the middle, it's big, it's broad, it's heavy, let's go.
It became the quintessential tank for a lot of people, particularly people when I was growing up that were looking at tanks and we only ever seen Panthers and Tigers during documentary footage. It was always Panthers and Tigers, so as a kid I was always drawing Panthers or Tigers.
So was it Panthers and Tigers and Bears Oh My?
Panthers, Tigers and Pumas Oh My. There you go.
Again, it's you're getting a lot in this kit, I have to say. And you're also getting some getting started stuff?
You're getting a bit of a build guide.
Okay, that's nice.
Which has all your instructions in it.
Okay, that's handy.
That is handy. And also talks you through how your unit cards work.
Ah, okay.
So you can see the unit cards. Yeah, you can see the unit cards if you want to drop that down.
Oh, yeah.
The camera there.
Yeah. So it's taking you through the anatomy of them.
Yep.
And then it's taking you through all the different variants with the nice color coding.
Yep.
Which is really clever. It's something I like that we're seeing more of is there is more color coding. Because Tiger you can build one way.
Yep.
You've got a nice little bit of fluff around it. Well, history. And then you've got the cards. So everything is super clear. And then when you come to the other side and it's starting to talk about your army and what you're having to do to create your army, this is the step that has always confused me sometimes whenever I've looked at Flames of War is, how do I go from all these cards, all these options to actually create a cohesive force?
Yep.
And I know it's super simple, and you say it's super simple, but I always get confused.
It's become easier since 4th edition came out and brought the unit cards in.
Yeah.
So
you also get all of those unit cards, and you get an A5 rulebook.
Yep, which is great. And that's the same amount of rules and stuff that the standard rulebook has.
Yeah.
And every one of the starter sets you can see now comes with one of these.
Yeah.
So you will be overflowing with these if you like collecting lots of armies, but that's all right. You will be able to put them in every bag conceivable that you're going to be putting your army in.
Yeah, but even if you've got like a pair of combats or something you're wearing to a tournament, you can just pop that in your side pocket and just have it beside you. So if there's something your mates and you are arguing about whenever you're having a pint between rounds, you can check it.
You can be that guy and pull the rulebook out.
There's not really anything wrong with being that guy and wanting to make sure the rules are right. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye now. John's mad at me. All right, everybody, tell you what, drop your comments in below. How do you build your forces for Flames of War? Do you like to go tank heavy? Do you like to go infantry heavy? Myself and John will move on, and we'll see you another time.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.